Welcome to Cardinal Manufacturing. Our mules deliver. This is a tutorial video demonstrating the ISO delivery system. The ramps on the trailer are operated manually with springs to assist and are held in upright position with a brace bar. The mule must be operated remotely when loading and unloading containers. The containers are secured to the trailer with pin locks and are stored on the side of the trailer when not in use. The operator must be in position behind the trailer to be able to guide the mule and container onto the ground safely. As the mule descends the ramp, the operator lifts the container to keep it in a level position while unloading. As the dolly end of the container descends the ramp, the operator lowers the container to keep it in a level position while unloading. Once on the ground, you will be able to drive and maneuver wherever needed. The mule is able to turn left or right up to 90 degrees. The operator needs to stay within sight of the mule to navigate safely. To unattach the mule from the container, simply lower the container to the ground and allow the T-bar to pull away from the top of the container. Lock the fifth wheel pin to secure the mast rotation. Position the mast and track switches from float to lock before unattaching from the container. Stop the engine before releasing the mule arms. The locks are released by pulling a pin and simply turning the lock lever into horizontal position. After the arms are unlatched, start the machine and back away from the container. Lower the T-bar and fold the arms into the upright position and secure with the pin. After the mule is unattached from the container, it can be driven by remote or by standing on the platform and operating with the mule controls on the dash. This next portion demonstrates the mule controls and remote controls functions. The throttle is adjusted by turning the knob on the dash. Joystick on the mule and remote are used to move the mast up or down and tilt the mast from side to side. The right button on the joystick and remote moves the T-bar up or down. The left button on the joystick and remote moves the track tilt up or down. The mast and tracks lock switches are on the dash of the mule and on the top right corner of the remote. The high and low speed switches on the mule dash as well as on the remote. The 10K mast machines have a power mast rotator that allows the operator to pivot the mast from the mule or the remote. The remote is also equipped with an emergency stop switch in the event of an emergency. It is released by twisting the switch. Lights indicate when the remote is powered on. The drive control levers are matching on the mule and remote. Left switch activates left tracker wheel and right control switch activates right tracker wheel. Start the mule by turning the ignition key switch on the mule, or with the remote by powering the remote, then hold the yellow Engine Enable button while pushing the engine start button located beside the emergency stop. This next section demonstrates the dolly wheels. The dolly wheels set are attached to the opposite end of the container as the mule. They are locked together by brace bars to keep them secure while transporting a container. The brace bars are stowed in a vertical position when dollies are unattached to a container. The dollies are secured to the container with a locking mechanism at the top of the dollies. When loading the mule onto the trailer, be sure to keep the machine in a straight line to minimize tip-over risk. We have a secure and convenient locking system to secure the mule to the trailer when not transporting a container. Simply drive the mule onto the center lower deck and insert the mast into the bars on the trailer. The mule is secured by engaging the lock lever on the driver's side of the trailer. The dollies are secured onto the trailer with a flip lock in the lower deck. They lock into position the same way that they lock to the container. The trailer ramps are put back into the upright position before travel. This next section demonstrates hooking up the container. To attach the dollies to the container, roll the dollies to the corner and insert the nose into the corner holes, and latch by pulling the vertical lever into the lock position. Lower the brace bars into lock position. Turn the dolly handles counterclockwise until the container is 2 to 3 inches off the ground. To attach the mule to the container, lower the mule arms down and lock with pin. Drive mule to the container and insert pins into the corner blocks of the container. Secure by turning the lock handles into a vertical position. Raise the T-bar to line up with the top of the container. Raise the mast to lift the container off the ground approximately 4 to 5 inches. Unlock the fifth wheel pin to allow the mule to turn while attached to the container. Turn the mast and tracks switches to float position before moving. When loading the container, position yourself behind the mule or visibility to align with trailer for straight line loading. As the dollies ascend the ramps, raise the container with mule to keep it level. As the mule ascends the ramps, lower the container to keep it level. The front of the trailer serves as a stop to position the container correctly onto the trailer. Lower the container onto the trailer and secure by inserting the pins through the trailer sidewall and into the container corner blocks. Aligning the holes on the trailer and container is achieved by using the remote control to inch the container into exact position. Thank you for watching.